It always struck me as odd that my bus rides home were so empty, especially during rush hour. With every passing night, I started to notice patterns in the silence. The way the lights overhead flickered only when we passed the old cemetery, or how the driver never looked at me in the rearview mirror. But what unsettled me most was the pale child who sat in the back row, mouthing the words, "Don't get off at your stop." I brushed it off as exhaustion, a trick of the shadows, but every night, there he was, lips forming that same silent warning. Last Wednesday, curiosity got the better of me. I decided to sit closer to him, hoping to catch his eye or hear his voice. The other seats felt icy as I passed, and when I finally sat across the aisle from him, he only stared at the window, fogging it up with his breath. The outside world looked distorted through that pain, every streetlight bent at impossible angles, every shape stretched and warped. Still, the boy never made a sound, just mouthed those words over and over. The bus jerked to a stop at my usual corner, but the fluorescent lights flickered so violently I could barely see. The driver's face, usually blank, twisted into a grimace. As I stood to leave, the boy's lips moved faster, his eyes wide with terror. I hesitated, frozen by the intensity of his silent plea. The doors slid open, and a cold wind rushed in, carrying with it the faint sound of distant voices, none of them quite human. Against every instinct, I stayed in my seat as the bus rolled past my stop. Outside, I saw my own reflection in the glass, but something was wrong. My reflection was stepping off the bus, blending seamlessly into the dark. The boy finally spoke, his voice barely more than a whisper. "If you get off, you never come back." And in that instant, I understood. Every night, someone left the bus, but they never made it home.